G'day, fellas, and welcome to week 4 of Outback Octagon 2. This is game number 2. It is happening. We are on the Blue Mountains, and boy, oh boy, do we have a special match for you today. Players are in the final week before the grand final, before the finals, and things are starting to heat up. Let's introduce our players who have decided today to spawn in duos. Our first duo in the top of the map, holding hands in the color pink and the color green, playing the Rus and playing the Ottomans. We have Louis MT and Zerden. Towards the east corner of the map, playing as the orange and the color yellow, as the Delhi Sultanate and the Malians. We have Marine Lord and Wham. On the south side of the map, I can't believe it. They've got similar colors as well. Like, look at it. I feel so sorry for our colorblind friends right now. On the south side of the map, in the color teal and in the color blue, playing as the French and the Holy Roman Empire. We've got Blade 55555 and Give You Anxiety. And finally, on the west side of the map, in the color red and the color purple, playing as the Mongols and the English, we've got Striker and we've got Averley. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is game number 2, week number 4. A very important game because right now is the time to make a move. If you haven't made a move, well, congratulations. It is the time to do that. Let's take a look at the scores, where they currently sit, where players currently sit at the end of week 3. There it is. So, on our ladder at the moment, we can see that we've got Wham, who sits on 15 points. Actually, Wham's not in this game. Hold on a minute. Wham's not in this game. Oh no, Wham is in this game. Wham's in the yellow. Okay, I went a bit crazy there. Sorry, Wham is in the game. Anyway, treaty's over. Bloodshed is about to begin. But Wham is our point leader. Marine Lord also here. So our point leaders have scored next to each other. We've got Striker and Blade, who are coming up next in the rear, but both of them, or at least Blade, needs to score points. Averley needs to score points. G-Way, Louis, and Zerden also need to score points this game. So imperative that they get on the board here, and it is anybody's game. I mean, let's take a look at these spawns. You have got probably the most fair spawns I have ever seen in any free-for-all game. Every single player has got an immediate neighbor. Now, granted, you've got Marine Lord, who has his neighbors a little bit further away. Wham, obviously the same for him. But I think overall this is pretty good. Now, let's talk about the civilizations. We have got 8 unique civilizations as well. This is shaping up to be one of the best free-for-all games that has ever existed. Let me tell you why. Marine Lord's playing the Delhi Sultanate, and a lot of people look at this civilization and think, Delhi Sultanate. Delhi Sultanate. Yeah? Well, let's count the sacred sites. This is Blue Mountains, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There should be a 7th somewhere. Help me find the 7th. 7. There you go. So Marine Lord, I mean, watch out, ladies and gentlemen, because Marine Lord, I suspect, will be looking for some early sacred sites here, and he'll be looking to take over this game. How he looks to do it, that's going to be a different question. But we already see early on, scouting is happening between all of the players. Let's take a look and see if we can find anything out of the ordinary. No tower rushes coming in just yet. We do see a little bit of low health villagers up on this top side of the map. Of course, Zerden on the Ottomans going to be looking to try and cause some havoc. Hunting cabin up here to the north as well. Wheelbarrow coming in nice and early for Louis MT. On the south side, we do indeed see the first of the tower rushes. It's going to be Striker. Tower rushing the English. An interesting matchup as well. We've got quite a few interesting matchups, right? You've got Mongols going up against the English, and at the lower levels, Mongols do very well against the English, but at the higher level, especially at these players' level, English does very well against the Mongols. We've also got down on the south side, the French against the Holy Roman Empire, which is another interesting matchup, especially considering that GUA's on the Holy Roman Empire. And, I mean, he's a very solid player here. Is it going to be enough to overcome the power of Blade? That is going to be the question. Will he get on top of this board? And I love the fact he's already thrown down the outpost. He has got PTSD from the first game, and he said, you know what? I'm keeping this outpost, or this gold mine. I'm making sure I've got it. Over on the east side, though, the Delhi Sultanate up against the Malians. Not really much of a classic matchup, I will say, just simply because the Malians haven't been around for around for the longest time, but we do have the age-ups about to start coming through. In the center of the map, the Council Hall going to be coming down for Averley. Obviously pressured by this outpost, just buying Striker a little bit of distance. But the first age-up is now on the floor. Over on the east side of the map, the Tower of Victory for Marine Lord is down as well. This is down very early for him. He's got a wonderful spawn here. Sheep, wood, and gold. He's looking like a Mongol player right now. He's enjoying so many resources safely here. Down to the south position. The School of Cavalry comes up for Blade as he looks to get himself not only on the board, but he looks to try and take control of this game. He's got the French, arguably one of the best FFA civilizations at the moment. Interestingly, we don't have the Chinese in this game. 10 civilizations are available. 8 of them are in this game. We don't have the Chinese, and we don't have the... you're putting me on the spot. The Abbasid dynasty. We don't have the Abbasid. In fact, 2 of the best FFA games. And look at this. Kremlin going to be coming down here. Very aggressive Kremlin. Might be able to actually force this gold vein out in a way, but we do see the response is going to be coming through. Twin Minaret Madrasa. Let's quickly double check. If I remember correctly, there are no trading posts on this map. So if you want to trade on this map, you're going to have to kill somebody, and then you're going to have to trade with their dead body, aka their market. But obviously, an enemy can always just come along and snipe that market away. So you can't trade with somebody who is alive, though. That is important to remember. So anyway, let's check in on the south side of the map as GUA drops down the Archon. A lot of villagers here as well. 6 vills on the Archon. Interesting position for this Archon on the front side of the base. He's got the Sacred Site here as well. When it comes to relics, 2 relics for GUA, 3rd relic, 4th relic, 5th relic, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 relics that I can see. And there's the 11th one just above the base over here of Wham. But first units are out on the map. Warrior Scouts, not just yet. Wham, yet to upgrade them, but he reaches the Feudal Age and will probably be heading into a stable straight away. There it is. Coming out now. On the top side of that map, indeed, we can see the Kremlin is able to reach the town center, so probably going to be able to reach the gold mine. So, unfortunately for certain, he's going to be losing out on that gold vein. Blade now aging up, and we see plenty of age ups coming through. Is Striker going for the silver tree with no trading post on this map? That's a Padlin. That is a Padlin right there, if I've seen it. Averley with the town center placement attempt on top of the sheep carcass here. Computer says no, or at least Striker says no. But he's gonna yeah. You go on, try it a bit longer, see how you go. Second town center now going to be coming up for him. A very quick town center here. Interesting decision to go into the silver tree. I mean, this kind of makes sense if you can manage to kill somebody and they have a market and the market's in a good position and that market's not threatened by other players. But that's a lot of ifs. Yeah, that's quite a lot of ifs. Striker now with the age up as well. We see towards the top side of the map. Age ups really coming through now. I think everybody's up now. Yeah, everybody's up. So who's my money on? I mean, how can you go past a guy like GUA? If I'm being honest though, I feel like my money is probably on Marine Lord. Just simply because he managed to roll the Delhi Sultanate. And he was complaining about it at the start of the game. He's like, oh my god, Delhi Sultanate 80 Bunty. But to be honest, the fact that he's got Sacred Sites and like this one's going to be easy. This one's going to be pretty easy for him to snipe away. Like these two will be locked in fierce battle down here. I suspect they're not going to be interested in neutralizing Sacred Sites. Can always come for this one in the middle as well. Imagine like GUA, or imagine Marine Lord sitting on 4 Sacred Sites this early on in the game. Like it's just going to be ludicrous. It's going to be crazy. So that's always going to be something to keep in mind. But we do see Spears on the north. Oh no, it's Militia getting called on the north side of the map here. Blacksmith was going to be coming down. Second military school here as well. I don't know whether any villagers did go down, but we do see that the Militia did get taken out here. We can hear the Kremlin fighting up against the town center. Knight doing a little bit of damage, not a whole lot. And pressure still being put on by Wham on Marine Lord. How's Wham looking? Is he going castle? Not really going castle. Is anybody going castle at the moment? Let's double check in with these players. Striker going castle. So let's ride on board with him as the age up's going to be coming through and going for a double stable. So this is a classic Mongol free-for-all build order. Very interesting opening that he's gone for. And playing up against the English so close to him, I would expect that Averley's probably going to be looking for a fast castle himself. We do see he's got 8 vills on gold. To me, that signals that, hey, I'm going to be getting upgrades and I'm going to be going castle age. And there's the first of the Sacred Sites now being captured. It looks like Marine Lord begins to make moves over on that east side of the map. Now, remember, Marine Lord already has qualified for the finals. I say that he's already qualified, but I mean, we don't know, but it would be almost impossible for him not to qualify. No, you know what? He's qualified. He's definitely qualified. I can tell you that much. But look at this pressure coming out, though. I think GUA is trying to get Castle Age. He's struggling a little bit. He wants to get those relics. He might be forced to play a little bit of Feudal here. And the problem that he's going to have is that he's got Spearmen, but the archery ranges are now starting to come out here for Blade. Sacred Site number 1 is taken. Sacred Site 2 is being taken. Sacred Site 3 will be in shortly. And GUA, I mean, honestly, if I'm GUA, I just give this. The problem is you give this over. If you allow Marine Lord to take this, then all that's going to happen is Marine Lord is going to roll over the top of Wham, and then he's going to come rolling over the top of you. And if you don't fight against it, well, then you're just going to die to Blade. So once again, GUA finds himself in this really difficult position of damned if you do and damned if you don't. Checking in on the north side of the map, and we can see those militia are just getting chased away. Looks like Zerton's starting to build up some pretty decent forces. The age up is coming through from Striker. We're right on board with him as he's going to go for the step out here as well. Second Sacred Site captured now for him. It looks like maybe Marine Lord said, you know what, I'm not even going to take that third Sacred Site. Marine Lord says, I'm going to take your Sacred Site, though. Don't mind if I do. Scholar realizes very quickly that that's the wrong direction. Regnitz is coming down for GUA. So he's going to be looking to pick up a couple of these relics. He's got the double outpost down here as well. So should be easy for him to pick up these relics. He should know about them. And Louis in the north of the map is going to be going for the Abbey of the Trinity. Barracks drop down for him. So he might be moving into some men-at-arms. See plenty of villagers out here. And indeed, third Sacred Site now going to be picked up here for Marine Lord. Let's see if GUA looks to even contest it. I just moved the scout over here. Just kind of put a little bit of pressure and say, hey, I'm not going to let you have that. Let's see if he does that, though. Just taking it for the moment. Whole bunch of knights going to be moving out. You can see them right-clicked onto the prelate. Poor little prelate. Not like this. GUA reaches the castle age, but the prelate is going to be sniped out. And the Sacred Site will be captured here. So Marine Lord going to be sitting on 3 Sacred Sites at the moment. That gold is really going to start trickling in for him. We can see that he's on 300 gold a minute. That's going to go up to 450 gold a minute. Lancer numbers starting to build in the center of the map. There's the White Tower, as we suspected. Averley going for the classic English opening here. 2 TC in the White Tower. My personal favorite. I love this build order. I love this opening. He's picking up all of the upgrades as well. We do see he's managed to pick up plenty of them. White Tower going to be able to protect these farms and keep him alive a little bit longer. Could opt to move the king as well. And we see GUA actually going to be neutralizing the Sacred Sites. He says, no, Marine Lord. I will not allow you. I will not permit these Sacred Sites to be held within your possession. He also looks to pick up his own Sacred Site. Now, there's not a lot of relics around GUA. He's got these couple that are out here, but realistically, I mean, it's kind of tough for him, right? Louis reaches the Castle Age, so he's up now. Wham reaches the Castle Age as well. Everybody castling up and looking to get up there. Sacred Site neutralized, so only a few players remaining in the Feudal Age for the moment. Almost everybody else is up. Blade, interestingly, hasn't dropped down a second town center. And one of the themes that we've seen with every French victory is a lot of TCs. I remember watching Beastie win. I think he played 3 TC into French Fast Castle. But we see that absence here. And so I think that if anything, that kind of slows Blade down a bit. Does always open up the prospect of a bit of a Castle Age timing. Relic number 1 picked up here for GUA. How many relics picked up by everybody else? No relics just yet. So GUA, first one on the board. Could look to take out this second Sacred Site as well, but wants to get his hands on the relic. Problem is, these knights might be in position. No scout here, so he should be able to get through without being touched. And now that Spring-on emplacement going to be coming through. He's got double Spring-on emplacement, and he's going for the fortification on the outpost. So trying his best to keep it alive. There we go. Comes through. Needs to fortify on this second one, but it's going to get focused down. Sacred Site now going to be captured on the backside. Looks like Striker is also looking to pick it up. Relic does get picked up, but the problem that you're going to have is you are losing all of these outposts. You're losing access to your gold as well. Now he's got gold above him, so he should be fine. But GUA definitely in a bit of a tough spot. And look at this Marine Lord now coming around the top side of his enemy's base. Putting on the pressure. The king is inside the town center for the moment. Warrior Scouts coming out. They've got their veterancy. And now we see this attack. Relic on the ground still. Blade putting on the hurt. Sacred Site captured. Remember, if Blade gets a kill and he's in the Feudal Age, he actually gets extra points for killing somebody in the Feudal Age. Relic starting to get picked up by Louis. Louis needs a good game here as well. I think he's on 0 points. Tempted to double check, but I'm 99% sure it's Zerton, Louis, and GUA that are on 0 points. Blade and Averley up middle of the ground. And Marine Lord, Wham, and of course, Striker, very high on their points. Second town center now going to be coming up here for Striker. I love the way he's playing it basically like a 1v1. I mean, both of these players are playing it like it's 1v1, right? 2 TC fast castle with the white tower in the middle. It's the classic 1v1 build order. We see a somewhat 1v1 orientated build order coming out from GUA and from his opponent in the South Blade. The question is going to be whether GUA is going to be able to hold. He's going into a heavy amount of barracks at the moment. He sits on 10 spears, or 10 men at arms, 6 spears. If he builds up to enough men at arms, he can technically repel this. He doesn't have the heavy maces upgrade just yet. Ark and Chapel going to be idled out. Villagers, he tries to actually do a sneaky little battering ram takedown. Towards the middle of the map, though, we do see a whole bunch of lancers just getting eviscerated. Look at this, GUA. No, sorry, Bob. How does he manage to run into these lancers that are just kind of chilling out here? Oh, my lord. Big fight now coming through. Villagers looking to try and get in on the action as well. He knows that if he loses these villagers, he loses the game. He's got to try and keep it alive, and he does manage to force it back. Battering ram's going to be rolling in. GUA trying his best to stay alive. 8 of the villagers managed to break away, but he's going to be losing a lot of men at arms here, and GUA struggling to keep himself above water at the moment. He's floating. He's doggy paddling, but things are going bad for him. He's getting dragged down by the whirlpool of inevitability. GUA stuck between a rock and a hard place on the inside of this map. The Delhi player to his north, or I guess technically to his east, and to his south, the French player. He tries his best to hold on. I don't even know where he goes from here. Lancer number's starting to build, or Knight number's starting to build for Louis. As he's looking to put on pressure. Look at the number of units out here. Zerton, it's not a good game for him, my friend. First blood yet to be taken, but Louis looking to claim it. A lot of Wham's units now starting to move over here. He knows that there's trouble in Paradise as well. So he starts looking to put on pressure. But you can see that Louis defends it. He says, this is mine. This is my kill. King comes out. Oh, excuse me. Conversion on the south side. He's trying to steal the villagers. Blade, run, Blade. Right, he's going to have to delete. He deletes the villagers, but they all just... They're in this state. This state between living and dead. Unselectable, but at the same time, standing. More units come in on the top side. He got the delete off, but it looks like the Wallalol managed to hit at the perfect time. So now we're just left with a whole bunch of zombies that just stand idly by. Relic gets taken out. GUA under pressure here. King gonna be thrown down onto the ground. He's looking for an escape here. Excuse me, King. Excuse me, King. King, you are heading in the wrong direction, sir. You best get back to your castle. Thank you. Good attempt here. I think he was just trying to look to distract a couple of these enemy positions. Towards the top side of the map, we've got another King escape out the side. Looks like Zerton going for a bit of a run here. Big pushes coming out. Where is Marine Lord? Where is Marine Lord? Marine Lord's just throwing down keeps here. He's minding his own business. He's having a lovely time. He's just got his army chilling in the base. At the same time, nice little raids coming in. Striker trying to find a way through, but the real pressure that's happening right now might be on GUA. GUA, not like this. Blade going to be looking for first blood in this game. And hold your horses, hold your horses, hold your horses, ladies and gentlemen. Zerton was on the run, but it looks like he's been located. There's a scout out here. There's no way. Oh my god, I missed it. I'm so sorry. GUA's King came out a little bit preemptively. Up towards the top side. We got a King on the run, though. We knew that GUA was going down. Don't be too worried about it, ladies and gentlemen. You miss 100% of the shots that you take. It becomes somewhat standard. So first blood going to get picked up here from GUA, and Zerton tries to keep the King alive. Manages to do a beautiful little run around. Nice dodge, dip, dive, duck, and dodge. And poor GUA says g'day for the last time. And he is knocked out. That is it. No finals for GUA today. He obviously came into this game hopeful that this was going to be the game. This was going to be it, but unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. Poor GUA. So I think what was happening was GUA was trying to make a run from it away from the Knights, but obviously with nowhere left to go, no units on the board, it just meant that everything was gone out the window. So Blade picking up the kill buys himself a little bit of space. The problem is I think Marine Lord may recognize this. He knows that Wham is locked in battle on that north side. Conversion attempts. Trying to take away a couple of these villagers from Zerton. Zerton not paying attention, manages to escape them out on that top side. And the warrior monk comes up empty-handed. King. Big army still here to protect the King, so should be okay. He's making moves. A lot of knights. Oh my lord, Averley with a lot of knights right now. Look at the defense from Averley. Oh my lord, you love to see the English position like this in the center of the map. It's beautiful to watch. Reminding me of the game that Casper played where he was the Abbasid on this map and he just had all of his farms floating in the middle of the map. And look at all these knights now coming up towards the top side. He's going to be able to clean up a couple of Wham's armies. The king is still actually alive. That is a good point. Did Blade not claim the kill for the king? If Blade hasn't, he needs to go back and claim that kill for the king. Because he definitely gets the point. He definitely gets first blood. I just don't know if he gets that extra pop. I don't think he's paid attention. So GUA going to be tapping out there. Obviously for GUA, it was over. But the point's definitely going to be going to Blade there for that kill. And we do see a second town center now going to be thrown down. Now that Blade's bought himself a little bit of time. King in the top side of the map. You can see the snipe trying to come through. Not able to get any shots onto it yet, or tried for a swing. Zerton reaches the castle age. Under pressure, and there are so many knights here. So many knights. Marine Lord now moving down to this next sacred site. He's taken 3 already. It's a sacred site in the middle of the map that he can contest. Marine Lord now looking to put pressure on towards this north side. Oh my lord, I didn't even realize the Wham. Oh my god, the king from Wham. I didn't even spot it. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my lord. You hate to see it. And Wham, he's got to be careful. He's in trouble. Oh my lord, he's down to 11 villagers. Oh, he's in trouble. He's totally in trouble. Now Blade going to be going castle age. Goes for the guild hall here. King could be sniped, and you can see that on the move is Averley. A lot of units here following, chasing this king as it's making its way downtown. Still firing away. Blade under pressure. King, 83 health. Marine Lord's position continues to increase on the Delhi Sultanate. Our late game runaways appear to be, at least to me, Marine Lord and Blade. The question's going to be whether Marine Lord's able to take out Blade before he can hit that late game spike. King, smiling. Behind the trees. He is one with the forest. I am one with the forest. Nobody knows he is here. Slowly but steadily. Oh, Averley, he's looking for the kill. Zerton might be in trouble. Zerton definitely in trouble. There's a lot of knights here. He's found it. He's found the king. It's the last line of defense has come through. Wham gets assassinated. We missed it. We missed a second one. I can't believe it. The cameraman, he's incredible, but he's not that good. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But Wham gets assassinated. I think it was Marine Lord who managed to take him out. We'll have to double check with the referee. But there were multiple units in the area. It might have been Louis that took him out. We'll have to double check. Oh, don't miss a third one, Drongo. Don't miss a third one. And it looks like Louis' knight gets sniped out. I tell you what, we missed a lot of kings today. We have missed a lot of kings. It's a sad state of affairs. Averley gets the kill. So I'm not sure. I don't actually know who managed to get the kill over here. So we'll have to wait until a little bit later on into this game where we'll start to see those populations climb. Maybe the admin might have to go back through the replay and watch and give us a little bit of an indication. I apologize to you guys. As you know, when multiple kings are going down at the same time, it is hard to track all of the action, especially when you got to fish out of water like that, where he's, you know, running for his life and you're watching it because the suspense is building as the king escapes. Unfortunately, he was one with the forest, but the forest ratted on him. You know what they say about snitches? You're gonna get stitches. Damn forest. I can't believe he did him like that. All right, so Wham knocked out of this game, and Marine Lord puts himself in a really solid spot. I like Marine Lord's spot increasingly because he's already managed to wipe out his neighbor. His immediate neighbor has also been, or his second neighbor has been wiped out. We've lost towards the north side Zerton. And that kind of gives Louis a really good spot. Actually, Louis got a pretty good chance this game. It's going to come down to who got that kill at the top, though. And we still don't know. Marine Lord sits on 150 pop. But the thing that scares me the most is I think Marine Lord can look in to push Blade very, very soon. He's at 157 pop. He's got a really nice villager count as well. And with all these sacred sites, it means that he's going to have plenty of gold coming through for him passively. And that's infinite gold. You got to remember that. He is not exhausting his gold veins. And now that next sacred site was getting taken. Marine Lord was looking for it. A little bit of a misclick right there. And Blade can definitely feel the curtains closing on his game. Knight's looking towards the top side. I think the king might be in trouble for Louis. No keep coming down just yet. He's on the double TC. It looks like battering rams just cleaning up for Blade. Oh no, the king's on the ground. Marine Lord assassinates the king for GUA. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That is not intended. That is really not intended. So, see, this is the problem when people surrender, right? This is the problem when people surrender. We specifically have a rule in the handbook that says no surrendering. And if you want to surrender, just walk away from the PC, please, and allow yourself to be killed. Because now I think we have a bit of a problem. Marine Lord's got an extra 50 pop that ideally he shouldn't have. Now, I guess we should kind of say it. The burden is on Blade, because Blade should have realized, but at the same time, you know, we specifically have implemented this rule so that Blade doesn't have to realize, so he just gets that extra pop. Ah, man, that's tough. So Blade, and see, now Blade comes in and he's like, what the hell? I thought I killed the king. And you can even see in the chat, yes, I don't see the king. I can check. So the king was there. The problem was his crown was here, but he was standing on these villages. Had he just killed these villagers and selected it, it would have been there. So a little bit of a bug as well that's come into that. Unfortunate for Blade. This could be really bad. I mean, Marine Lord's already really far ahead, and that's the problem, right? Like, Marine Lord's not utilizing this bonus at all. Blade wouldn't have taken advantage of it yet. So if anything, we're not going to see a huge ramification in this. I don't know how Blade's going to be able to stop this attack. Marine Lord's looking incredible here. Now, when it comes to the king on this top side, king is in the Berkshire Palace. Additional keep's going to get thrown up. Averley, of course, the king of the crawl, the king of staying alive. I mean, we've watched Averley do this many a times. Striker still Castle Age. So Averley is in a relatively good position here, despite being attacked in the face. We're not going to miss this one. Let's ride on board. Who are we riding on board with? Marine Lord. King still in the town center. He's going to try and find a way through here. We're not missing this one, ladies and gentlemen. Blade holding on for dear life. It's not going to matter. Marine Lord did get that kill on the north side, by the way. And he takes another one. He takes another one. So we've seen Wham go down. Marine Lord got that kill. We did technically see him pick up the king kill here on GUA, and he also takes out the kill on Blade. Now, he's not going to get points for this kill on GUA. I can confirm that it will be Blade that picks that up, but he puts himself in a really solid position in this late game, up to 350 pop. Honestly, if I'm these three players, I'm saying, hey, let's not focus on each other. Let's go kill Marine Lord. If we want to win this game, we need to take out Marine Lord. He's got sacred sites. He's got a whole bunch of population, and he is becoming an absolute monster. So I think the reality is, and it's important to remember this, that even if he gets the kill, even if he takes out the king on GUA, he still loses to Marine Lord. Neither of these players even came close to exceeding the pop cap. On top of that, Marine Lord was already sitting on 250, so it would still be quite a while. Now Marine Lord's at the advantage where he's got an extra 50 on what he probably shouldn't have, and that's wonderful for him. Heading into the late game, and I think it might be the case. I think they may have said to each other, hey guys, let's Marine Lord asked if he can use the extra 50 pop. Look, to be honest, there was a bug here, right? I would be tempted to say in that situation, probably not. So I'm not sure if the admin is communicating with him, but the thing is, it gets really hard, right? If Marine Lord builds a wonder, how does he build units? So there's a part of me that thinks, look, I think he's just got to have it, and it just comes down to, you know, really bad circumstances where GUA surrendered when he shouldn't have, and at the end of the day, it's the last game in his round, so he doesn't really care about it, or not that he doesn't care about it, but there's no real consequences for him. We're not going to put a penalty on him for surrendering. And then on top of that, the king did get killed did come out on the bottom side of the town center when he surrendered. So there was like a little bit of a bug there as well. So I'm going to leave this one to the admin. Lord Petito, I'm going to leave the decision in your hands because I don't know what to say. I really don't know. It's tough, man. What do you do? Yeah, you hate to see it. All right, well, at this point, I mean, Marine Lord's got himself a pretty decent spot over here on this east side. He's got 4 sacred sites. He can technically even look for a 5th one here. And GUA has given me significant anxiety this game. I will say that much. It's you know, you hate to see it. Normally, he's the one getting the anxiety. I remember when in Outback Octagon 1, GUA got put in the corner. He was trapped like a step sibling, and it was awkward to see. It was terrible to see. But at the end of the day, I mean, you get put in the washing machine once, and that's it. You walk away from it. Unfortunately, it's my turn now, and I've got the anxiety now. So, thank you, GUA. But it's all right. We move on. We move forward. And we see the Imperial Ages coming through. Striker finishing off the White Stupa. And Marine Lord moving towards that maximum pop now. I'm not sure what the admin has decided, but I would suspect he probably just gets to use it. I think it's just the consequence of, like, of circumstances, and I don't want to affect Marine Lord's game by saying, oh, well, you know, if you build a wonder, you can't go above 300 pop. Like, it just doesn't sit well with me. Because the thing is, he's going to be training units, and he's going to have all of these units in queue, and he's not going to be able to do it functionally without that. So, Marine Lord going to be looking to try and make ends meet on this north side, though. His next focus is going to be Louis MT. Let's do a little bit of a king check. King check at the moment, standing outside the keep. Does come back inside for Louis. Nice and safe in the keep here. At the same time, a big attack. Oh, that's a king inside that keep, or inside that town center. Averly, he's already picked up 1 kill this game. He's going to be looking for a second. He's going to look to try and challenge Marine Lord in the late game. Striker really needed this victory. Actually, no, he didn't. King on the ground, king on the ground, king on the ground. Where's the king? The king is surrounded. The king under pressure. Somehow managed just to juke his way through. He was an attack moving the men-at-arms, and the men-at-arms allow the king to escape. The king says, thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. But unfortunately, the base of Striker, well, that's going to be a different story. And Marine Lord picks up another sacred site. That's going to be 5 sacred sites now for the Frenchman. And things are starting to really get a little bit scary as Marine Lord is taking over this game at 264 pop. He continues climbing, looking to put pressure on towards Louis. He's got a 70 pop lead over him. King has managed to escape for Striker. Marine Lord's king. I'm assuming just safe in the town center somewhere. Nope, never mind. He's safe in the keep. Nice and walled in. Marine Lord looking very safe this game. He's not making mistakes again. Triple relic inside this abbey. Will be going onto the ground here. He's got double monastery out here as well. High hopes Louis had this game for some relics, I guess. A little bit of a tough position. I wouldn't be wanting to fight into that. There's a lot of spears there, and you don't have much of a concave. So he's going to have to fall back. Finds himself a nice little bit of a area. Elite horsemen are through. Elite knight or elite lancers also through. Only veteran units at the moment. Louis reaches Imperial Age, and we do see it's going to be the Spasskaya in the back of the base. So likely that we see the king move up there. Maybe when he's got a bit of free time. Battering rams making their way through. Big attack in the base at the moment of Striker. He's down to 105 population. It looks almost certain that the game will be called for him shortly. Where is that king, though? Can I get a king check, please? King check on aisle 3. King check in the outpost for the moment. The lancers or the knights are hovering. We can see all of the knights and lancers of Marine Lord moving towards the backside. Villager's going to be making a run for it. Louis screaming out, crying out loud, saying, please, no, not again, not like this. And the king makes it towards the Spasskaya Tower. Boiling oil is through. So should be able to survive quite a bit. Keep in mind, this building, this landmark, has the most health of any building in the game. 10,000. So Marine Lord's going to have to sack a lot of units. And look at this. Well, 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 if it isn't my greatest friend, yoink. And he look at the speed in which he runs out of here. He's already got 2 relics in the bag. That'll take him up to 5. King, over on that west side of the map, has made it inside the town center, but a lot of units going to be rallied out towards this position. At the same time, knights on the top side, or lancers on the top side, going to get cleaned up. Spasskaya Tower, not a chance in hell that that thing is going down. Way too much health on it. A little bit of a cleanup coming through. Elite crossbowman in for Striker. Averly still yet to pick up the elite upgrade for his horsemen. Yet to even pick up the veterancy. It's the classic case of I only make Feudal Age horsemen because I'm that Giga Chad. I love the fact that he's got the +3 ranged armor, but only just like normal horsemen running around. All right, towards that top side, another raid going to be coming through. And Marine Lord looking to come back around for the next attack. Of course, that king is still up there. Repairs coming through on the Spasskaya. And pressure once again on this Mongol king. Striker looks like he might be going out right now. King is on the ground, fish out of water. And it's a slow and steady death. T-posing his way out of this one. He's tried it before. He manages to pop the movement speed. Villagers trying to block. Not going to find it. You can see him doing a little bit of a ring around the rosy. He's trying his best to block here. Manages to get it off. But the archers... Oh, no, they're English villagers. The English vills. And now he T-poses himself out of it once again. Unfortunately, he's going to be running into more units, more men-at-arms, more horsemen. And it's only a matter of time until he's surrounded. And unfortunately, he may be one with the forest, but today, the trees will not accept him. Averly assassinates Striker. picks up an extra point and solidifies his position within the top 16. Mangonels looking solid on the defense. King still safe inside the Spasskaya. The keep for Marine Lord is safe here. And it wasn't that long ago that it was looking like Averley was going down, but we called his position out. We said it looks pretty solid. He's got the Berkshire. The King is safe inside it. You're not going to be able to burn through that with a Mongol, with Mongol units. And that's what you got to remember, right? That extra range. Look at this. Marine Lord actually getting pushed back over on this top side. Louis doing a decent job of holding on. We do hear those spears just managing to surround all of these units. Hand cannoneers on top of these elephants. Beautiful range on these bad boys as well. What range are we talking? That is a range of 5 tiles. So not too bad. Mangonel starting to build here. Marine Lord, 5 sacred sites in the bag at the moment. 6th sacred site on the top side of this map. 7th sacred site in the base of what once was Striker. Could always look to try and take it. Whether he's found it, it's a different story. A sacred victory, unlikely, considering just how far away these sites are. But it does mean... I just realized he's actually got 5 sacred sites. That's a lot of gold. That's a lot of gold. That is a huge amount of gold. Marine Lord's position is incredible. Keep in mind, he's playing the Delhi, right? So that's 150 gold each. So that's 150, 300, 450, 600, 750 gold. Not to mention the fact the man has 6 relics. 6 times 80, that's 400 gold coming through. Not to mention the fact he's also got tithe barns in on these. So these guys are producing even more gold or more resources. This man has got so many passive resources, I can't even count them. You know what? I'm going to try. Okay, he's got 750, 400 from the relics. Means that he is up to 1150. And then the tithe barns on top of it, he's got 6. They all add 50, 50, 50, 150 each. So 6, 900, 900 on top of the... He's got 2,050 resources generating right now. 2,050 resources per minute coming in for Marine Lord passively. That, you know, when you watch those investors on their podcasts on TikTok talk about passive income, Marine Lord is what they're talking about. Right now, Marine Lord is the Giga Chad investor. He's got the Roth IRA down. He's got his 401k invested. He's got cryptocurrency. He is diversifying his investments, and he is making mogul moves out here. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen, because this guy, he is taking names, and he's writing them down, and he's asking about investment opportunities. This guy is fresh out of Silicon Valley right now. It's kind of crazy, the amount of passive income he's got. Marine Lord stocks are on the rise. Hand Cannoneers pushing through. And it looks like Marine Lord... Oh, Marine Lord deleted the houses. Oh, Marine Lord, an absolute Giga Chad. Oh, what a nice guy. Thank you, Marine Lord. That's actually a smart move. I didn't even think about that as a possibility, but that definitely is the right call. Thank you, Marine Lord. Clap to you. The question's going to be whether he even needs to do it. I mean, he's sitting at 300 pop comfortably right now. Louis at 137. But keep in mind, there is one player who sits idly by... I say idly. He's got like... He's got 54 men at arms making their way out into the middle of the map. He's not really that idle. Stonewall's coming in on the top side, so it could be looking to really go crazy here. Tower Elephants falling back. Men at arms gonna be able to idle these villages in the middle of the map. Boiling Oil is through. So he looks to turn his attention towards the keep, but obviously that Boiling Oil is going to slowly but steadily take that down. Neutralizing the Sacred Site as well. Single Men-at-Arms just stands there. Wouldn't be surprised if Marine Lord's the kind of guy to focus that down with the keep. He's the kind of guy to right-click this Men-at-Arms. Like, not happening. All right, Tower Elephant numbers building for Marine Lord. We've seen the Delhi Sultanate before be successful. We actually had a successful... was it Don Ardi? I think Don Ardi on the Delhi in the past did well. Look at this. Second Sacred Site now going to be neutralized. Averley has addressed the issue. He says, hey, buddy. You're a problem, and we're going to have to deal with you. Louis somehow manages to hold. Despite being half the pop of his enemy, Louis still held. I'm impressed, Louis. I'm impressed. All right. Villagers on the move. Once again, heading towards this top side. Elephant numbers continuing to rise. At the moment, Marine Lord on 13 elephants. I don't know what type of elephant that is. 13 tower elephants. He's also got the extra special Sultan's Elite elephant that are here as well. Remember, they're the hand cannoneers. Tower elephants have got a range of 5. So all of these elephants have got a range of 5. Except for their tusks. Tusks are a little bit shorter distance. And look at this. Averly just cleaning up Marine Lord. He says, you know what? We gotta get this annoying Marine Lord under wraps. And that's exactly what he looks to do. 40 minutes have now passed in this game. And Marine Lord is looking to try and finish off Louis on the north side of the map. Marine Lord now approaching wonder time. 6,000 of every resource is in the bank. Don't be surprised if he just throws down something silly. Actually, I'd be surprised if he threw down something silly like that. Oh my god, look at the amount of mosques he's got here. He's got the most scholars. Out of every unit he's got, it's scholars that are number 1. Keep in mind, he's got more than 2,000 passive income right now. Actually, I take that back. He's lost a little bit, the sacred sites. So he's down to 1,700. And look back here. What is Averly thinking? What is Averly thinking? I think I know what Averly's thinking. He reckons if he can go for a wonder, he can pull off a victory here. Marine Lord won't be able to take him out. I think that's what he's doing. Honestly, if I'm Averly, you just got to rush it. But I don't think he would expect Marine Lord to be in a position to throw down a wonder. King's on the floor here. He's looking to try and spot out exactly where the enemy kings are. We'll do a quick king check. King safely in the Spasskaya Tower. For Averly, it's probably going to be, indeed it is, in the Berkshire Palace. So no real surprises there. Elephants continue making their way through the base. Louis in trouble. Going to be coming down to 2 players. Averly, not a lot of wood, though. And we do see he's going to start taking wood en masse right now. What kind of upgrades are we talking here for his lumber? Let's check. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, cross-cut saw is now coming through for him. He needs this wood, and he needs this wood now. You know exactly what his plan is. At the same time, King safely towards the top side. So Louis going to force a little bit longer. Is Marine Lord is he indicating at all the plan for a wonder? We've seen Delhi go for wonders before here. Could be the case that we see an English wonder coming out today. So it looks like the Spasskaya Tower was under pressure. King has gotten out. Marine Lord now up to 45 horsemen. Horseman numbers are building, and look at this. Hold on a minute. Averly senses that. Well, hold on a minute. If there's a king in play here, don't mind if I do. I'm not sure where this king is going right now for Louis, but I can't help but feel like this is a bit of a dangerous run, Louis. But I mean, it makes sense when you consider that. Well, if the Spasskaya goes down, I go down. Let's check in with Averly. How's he doing? He's on 1,700 wood a minute. Another 2 minutes and he will be able to afford the wonder. Only 500 stone a minute, though. Has he got access to stone? 400 stone in here. Where are his other stone mines? Villagers on the move. Villagers on the move. It's gold. Not a lot of stone here. King. Oh, my lord, King. I managed to spot it. We didn't miss it, ladies and gentlemen. King is on the ground. King is on the ground. King is on the ground. King is making a run for it. King manages to live a little bit longer. Marine Lord going to be on the hunt for a while, I suspect. He pops the movement speed. He says, see you later. And once again, comes back through. Somehow, some way, still, Louis is holding. He hasn't lost a lot of villagers. He's still in 100 villagers here. Marine Lord maxed. He's at 300 pop for the moment. And now Marine Lord looking to come in. Where is that king? I don't even see. There he is, up towards that top side. He's looping back around towards the keep. And this is buying time now for Averly. Marine Lord's got the resources to do it. I think he's just fearful of putting down the wonder because he knows that he'll get double teamed. But the problem is, even if he gets double teamed, I think he's okay, right? Like it's absolutely fine if he goes for the. If he gets double teamed, what does he have to worry about? Stone walls coming up across the map as well. Look at this. Big investment coming through from Averly. Averly at the moment sitting on 3,600. 3,700 stone. Nice little defense. And we've actually got Averly's units up here. Is Averly trying to defend right now? Is Averly defending Louis? I think he wants to keep him in the game a little bit longer. More units coming up towards the top side. He's trying to keep him in the game for longer. But this could also go against him. Because if the wonder does come up... Oh no, the king! Oh no, the king! Oh no, the king! Marine Lord assassinates Louis MT in the blink of an eye. The king, unfortunately, was a fish out of water. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he was thinking, but that's going to be it. And immediately a wonder goes down. There you go. The dreams of Averley crushed in the blink of an eye. You can see that right now he's got the resources. He's got 3 out of the 4, but all the villagers are going to get pulled towards the Great Palace of Agra. He was thinking about it, but I think this might be it, ladies and gentlemen. Averley on 300 pop up against Marine Lord on 350 pop. There is always an opportunity for a snipe here. Marine Lord doesn't actually have full walls, so you get enough horsemen and put them together in the area, and they're going to be able to get this snipe off. Averley is still working towards that 6,000 stone. Keep's going to get thrown down for Marine Lord now. Second keep thrown down for Marine Lord. Oh, remember this. Oh, the Wonder has its price reduced by the Compound of the Defender. He built the Compound of the Defender a little bit earlier. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but it is a landmark that the Delhi get. It reduces the cost of stone on all buildings and their emplacements by 20%, which means that the Wonder only cost 4,800 stone. Very, very nice. All right, so at this point, let me inform you about how this works. At any point, either player can surrender. Surrender is not permitted in free-for-alls unless there are 2 players that remain. And then it's permitted because if one player accepts, hey, I can't beat your position, then they can surrender. And the reason why we do that is because, you know, if Marine Lord's going for a Wonder victory and Averley's on like 43 pop and his king's back here and Marine Lord's not pushing him, he can just be like, okay, bro, like you win. There you go. Don't waste our time. That kind of thing. But in this position, I'd be surprised to see a surrender. I think Averley's definitely in with a chance here. The main issue that he's got is no access to stone. There's not a lot of stone left on this map. We see that, if anything, all the stone's on the side of Marine Lord. You can see at least 2 large stone veins, stone outcroppings. There's another stone down here to the south. I'm sure there might be a little bit more stone somewhere in Blade's base. There we go. There's another one. There's another. That's a 1,200 right there, outside the base of Averley. So it's just going to be a whole bunch of keeps that get thrown up. Now, remember, these guys have got boiling oil. You could also look to get the additional emplacements on them. But we don't see any stone walls getting thrown up just yet. Marine Lord always loves to play it naked, I guess is the best way to say. And throwing away a fair amount of units here. This keep able to just... like, what incredible value is this keep getting right now? 600 stone. And it's just taken out wave after wave after wave of units. I think Averley might be freeing up population space, maybe looking for a bit of siege. And Sacred Site's now getting taken by Averley. Oh, I think we might have an undercut attempt, potentially. Sacred Site in the middle, not yet taken. Okay, is it possible? Actually, it is possible. Now that I think about it, okay, you've got this Sacred Site in the north. Okay, all right. Averley sees his window. And he says, I think I might be able to take it here. He's on 87 military pop here. If I'm Averley, honestly, just delete vills. Okay, so that's the first site taken. Second site taken. Third site taken. Fourth site in the middle of the map yet to be taken. So that will give him 4 out of 7. Keep in mind the 3 sacred sites to the south of the map are still held safely by Marine Lord. Very close to his production lines. Very close to his base. The chance of a sacred victory here is very low for Averley. But he's going to try. He knows that there's a will and there's a way. Let's see what he will do here, though. As I do suspect... Is our monk on the move? Not quite yet. Just keeps defending these positions. We've still got our zombie villagers just stuck in a space between living and dead. Not quite alive. Not quite dead. Chero! Oh, wow. That's very interesting. There you go. All right. Well, back towards that central location. Men at arms slowly sieging down the mining camp of Marine Lord. Let's check in with Marine Lord. He's got... Wow, my lord. Look at the economy from the guy. He's got so many villagers back here. How many farms does he have? 102. Just a casual 102 farmers. 3k food a minute. I love that he's got 3k food a minute with 100 farmers. Look at the size of the elephant mass. 16 elephants at the moment. Fourth sacred site now being captured by Averley. But I think the idea of going for a sacred victory is falling out of favor very quickly as he runs the gauntlet through all of these keeps. If anything, I'd be going for a snipe attempt on the Great Palace. I would probably just be dropping down a lot of stables and rallying a whole bunch of horsemen towards... Oh, okay, that also works. That also works. Battering ram attack. Sacred site now picked up. That's the 4th sacred site in Avely's collection. And he's just going down the middle. Keep in mind, all these units for Marine Lord just chilling out safely around the back of the base. Doesn't want to commit too much. And now it looks like Marine Lord's wonder will not be undercut by the Sacred Victory. Remember, on top of that, you can always stall out a Sacred Victory as well. So there's no guarantee that it is going to be successful, even if you manage to undercut. Horsemen's now moving out. Elephant numbers are really rising here. Marine Lord with a little bit of siege production up here. Couple of farms. Nothing else too much to worry about. Just a couple of villages here. And a couple of idle mangonels for the moment. And now that push really going to start coming to shove. Outpost being built on the front line. Plenty of production. I'm loving it from Avely. I'm loving it. This is exactly what you want to see. 300 pop versus 350. Avely yet to delete villagers on 124 military pop at the moment. Battering ram's going to get cleaned up. Hand cannoneer mass is significant, though. These guys could eat through this army. Men at arms now going to be looking to push through. Battering rams onto the front line. Could be the first big battle between these titans that we will see. Marine Lord slowly but steadily moving backwards. Hand cannoneers being kept safe, and he's pushing up with outposts more and more. Mangoes off the back line. No Springles here to deal with them. Hand cannoneers nowhere near to be seen. Big, massive elephants. And I think Avely scouts out what he sees and he says, ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's a lot of units. That's mangoes. That's elephants. Look how many elephants there are as well. That's just crazy, the amount of elephants that are here. Now we hear those reinforcements coming through from Avely. Not a lot of units in queue. He actually has 23 hand cannoneers in queue. If I'm Avely right now, I'm tempted to go mass hand cannoneer with Springles. Let's see if he does that. Yeah, Springles are now coming through, so should be able to deal with the mangoes. Hand cannoneers, some of the best in the game, by the way. Only second to the Chinese hand cannoneer. Obviously, the Chinese hand cannoneer's got that extra range. It's got that extra attack speed from if a Zhugenoo dies next to it. And you get free chemistry on it. But the English hand cannoneer's got much faster attack speed. That's important to remember. That network of citadels going to be providing that extra little bit of attack speed boost, which is very, very nice in these fights. Whole bunch of siege. Look at the amount of battering rams he's got here. So I think just maybe getting rid of those men-at-arms. He's still got a little bit of men-at-arms in the queue, but 25 hand cannoneers. I'm sure he'd love to have those out in the field right now. Should be able to clear up the keep. 8 minutes until this wonder is victorious, though. I don't see any way he penetrates through. Marine Lord, by the way, he's got a lot of resources in the bank. More than 50,000 resources here. Keep is going to go down. I mean, if Avely can maintain critical mass, then there's a problem. Springles moving forward. Big mangonel shots into the center of mass. Springles now looking to take out the mangoes. But there's Springles now out for Marine Lord. He looks to respond with it. Hand cannoneers on the back line. Looking to neutralize a lot of these elephants, but the mangoes get another shot off on the elite men-at-arms on the front. They've got full upgrades through. Hand cannoneers dealing a lot of damage on the back. He continues to force their way back. He's got that extra attack speed. Looking to try and focus down these elephants. A lot of damage coming out. Marine Lord just wipes the floor with him. He says, see you later, mate. Nice try, but unfortunately not today. Elephant numbers looking very solid for Marine Lord. And now going to be pushing up into the production lines of his opponent and seeing if he can deal out any damage. No, just going to fall back. He says, we're just here to clean up the mess. We'll go back to our home. The Great Palace of Agra still stands strong. And now onto that top side. Avely looking to maybe hit some reinforcements, potentially. Could be the case. So I think if Avely wants to stay in this game, his best bet here is just... He needs to snipe the landmark. Or the wonder. That's the thing. The other question is whether he goes for the king. I mean, if you really wanted to... you know what? No, it's not possible. Marine Lord's got way too much line of sight. And look, he's putting down more line of sight. He is aware of a threat coming in from the bottom side. And so he throws down. Look at this emplacements coming through on these outposts. He's thinking about this. He wants to make sure there's no real threat. Treb's now coming out. Up to 5 trebuchets here. Going to be looking to range down these units. 6 minutes until the wonder is victorious here. Let's ride on board now with Avely as he looks to push in for an attack. Sacred Site still held in his favor, 4-3. Men-at-Arms going to start sieging. Massive roadblock now coming through. The hand cannoneers looking to tee off on the back line. Springalds need to find them enemy mangonels, but Springalds also coming out for his opponent. Marine Lord looking to defend. 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Trebuchets firing down on this center of mass. Hand cannoneers looking to defend, but big mango shots. Continues to fall back. A lot of villagers here on the front line. Averley on 156. Villager pop. Hand cannoneers together with the men-at-arms. And look at the elephants. The elephant push coming through right now. The men-at-arms are eviscerated by the elephants. Averley is looking like he might be in a bit of trouble here. Less than 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes until defeat. How does Averley possibly find a way through this? Big mango shots on that hand cannoneer mass. Marine Lord down to 830 gold though. Marine Lord almost out of gold. He's got passive gold, but I mean, Averley's sitting on 10,000 gold right now. It's a significant difference between the two. Treb shots firing off. He's hitting the mangoes on the back line. There's a chance here for Averley that he holds on. He needs to ring mass though. Oh my god, no, there's no chance. He's half the population of Marine Lord right now. Marine Lord on 192 military pop compared to Averley's 40. He's 5 times the military pop right now. How does Averley possibly get back into this game? And Marine Lord just with a casual 2,500 gold a minute. Remember, a lot of that is going to be passive. It's going to be infinite throughout this game. It's been trickling through. As we approach the hour mark, less than 4 minutes is on the timer. Averley going to be trying his best to push through. I really feel like he's got to go for a horseman snipe. And he's not doing it. That's the thing. You can try and brute force this down, but I don't see a world where you can brute... Oh my lord. Talk about long distance mining. Snooper would be proud. I don't see a world where you can brute force through someone who's got the same amount of population as you. And especially when they're probably going to have the same amount of resources as you. And I think Marine Lord realized that and says, well, I got to solidify this position a little bit more. He's got these outposts on the top side, which give him a bit of foresight. If his enemy did try and come through, I think the elephants would be able to make it back in time. On top of that, if you wanted to run through past these keeps, you're going to get hit with boiling oil 4 times before you get to the safe zone, which is back here. This is the safe zone. 3 minutes until 1 to defeat. Push going to be coming through from Averley. He's made a valiant effort today. He's got 2 kills on the board. He's fought very nicely against Marine Lord. And we hear a whole bunch of deletes coming through. Sounds like Averley is deleting villagers. A final push, perhaps. He's at 182 military pop. He's looking to eclipse Marine Lord, who's on 202 at the moment. A lot of siege here. You're talking about 15 battering rams. If there's any time to make a Ram Ranch reference, it is now. That's a lot of rams. And Averley, for the moment, continues to add in more military. He needs to take one decisive fight and then just push straight down the throat. The torches come out. Now is the time to do it. He's ready. He wants it. Continuing to push up. 193 military pop. 2 minutes until 1 to defeat. But it might be too late. Mangonels off the backside. Horsemen running through. Elephant numbers are insane right now. In the base of Marine Lord, the defense is coming online. Keep firing off with that bombard emplacement. Mangonels have been taken out. All the hand cannoneers. Hold your horses, ladies and gentlemen. Hold your elephants. The push is looking solid. Battering rams making their way down towards the keep. They've cleared out the front line. Hand cannoneers continuing to fire off. He's still got 58 hand cannoneers. Pushing through. Hold your horses, ladies and gentlemen. It might be happening right now. The elephants. Look at the massive elephants, though. 58 hand cannoneers against 22 elephants. That's a lot of elephants. Battering rams. Still pushing down the keep. Managed to take it out. Villagers pushing a forward outpost. But the elephant numbers are just too high. The hand cannoneers are getting ripped to shreds. He's down to 33. 1 minute until 1 to defeat. He's got a lot of buildings to work through. I don't think there's any way at all the Rams are going to be able to make it in time. And it looks like a solid defense here from Averley, or from Marine Lord. Averly demanding that he delete the wonder. Delete the wonder, he says. Face me like a man. The Marine Lord says, no, no, no. I have 80 bounty. I cannot. An incredible game from Marine Lord. He just sat on the sidelines. We called it out early. We said these sacred sites are just going to slowly trickle in resources. It's exactly what he did. He cleaned up kill after kill, king after king. Even though he took out the kings, even though he didn't deserve it, he did a pretty decent job. And now pushing forward, we do see relics. Is he dropping relics on the ground? Are these BM relics? Ladies and gentlemen, with 10 seconds left to go, it is going to be a good game. The Wallalol gets thrown down. He says, Wallalol, Wallalol, Wallalol. This is my victory. Marine Lord claims a second victory, and he is victorious as the wonder is not destroyed. A beautiful game coming out from Marine Lord there. A solid defense coming in from the Frenchman. Incredibly played. What a game. A little bit over an hour long. Let's take a look at the timelines and get an idea of where these guys sit. When it comes to total unit count, we can see that they were both maxing out on that top side. Military counts, you can see a lot of villages defeated. And I think when it comes to a game like that, there's no better way to finish it off than with a little bit of, how do they say it? The King's Special.
3 fucking scouts, and I get 80 bounty. 80?
Oh, yeah.
You shoved my arm at the start of the game.
80 bounty.
I was like
All right. We don't want to get DMCA'd. That's enough of that. Anyway, let's quickly just check out the units killed. Marine Lord on 1,400 units killed. That is quite a bit. That's a fair amount. It's more than double the next person, Averly. He was killing a lot of units. Anyways, if you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you guys have enjoyed this game of Outback Octagon. And for everybody on Twitch, it's time for us to go to the after party because it is celebration time.
3 fucking scouts, and I get 80